Hello everybody, nice to have you here. Welcome to session number 5 or lesson number 5 of the Adobe Builder Basics. And again, if you missed the previous videos, feel free, they're in this playlist. And today we will proceed to extend our awesome application for user management into the builder. And today we will work with file storage a little bit. So I guess it will be a short one because the file storage is not so complex. But it's quite interesting to use. So then let's deep dive into the application development. If you remember, the last session we ended up that we built the user management UI where you can save a new customer, set its status, and then delete or add a new one. What I want to do today, I want to add the possibilities, for example, to upload the image for the customer. Let's say you want to extend Adobe Commerce, we will come to it. And you want to give possibility to users to upload the avatar. So how to do it? First of all, we need to change our front-end part before we will go to the file storage. So first of all, we need to add file trigger and avatar, if I'm not mistaken. So two React components. Then we need to define them here. So we define two new blocks, which is avatar file and avatar preview, just that we see that we saved it nicely and correctly. Then we will add some avatar management and select functions. So to convert file to base64 that we can then send it later on to the backend and handle avatar select. That's when you select the picture. So then we then we extend in our save handler with payload, and with validation if we have avatar file existed. So in case if you uploaded the file, the avatar file constant will be there, and you will define the payload with file name and the content of the file. And what else did I miss? I missed there to reset the values after we saved it, so that we don't have the artifacts from the old action. And then we have to update the whole view component. So what I added here the file trigger. So that's a file selector, also defining already the accepted types. As we're talking about the avatars, we want to have images here. And then the buttons for select avatar or change if you're doing the edit. And this literally have to be it for the front-end part. So we can redeploy our front-end. And then let's have a look. So that was a bit of the front-end modification. So nicely, we can now select the images. Awesome. Very nice, but we need to save them also, right? So to save them, we need to, as you can guess, to change the save handler so that it's recognized there is an avatar and start to use it. So first of all, we want to use the file storage for that because we want to save the picture somewhere. So IO lib files require for sure to install the package. Then you can use it later on. Done. Then you literally just adding it to the state file as example. Oh wait, I guess it's not libstat files, it's lib files. Don't trust AI. And then now you can manage the saving. So now we have more parameters. We have also the avatar and avatar file name. We have also avatar URL, which we want to save into the key value storage still, because we want to have a reference between the image we save and the customer we save. Then we need to initialize the file storage, but only in case if we have it. So in case if we have an avatar, if you receive it as a parameter from the front end, we initialize in the file storage. We check in the extension just to define what is that. It's like a default value. Then we define in the avatar path by defining its public avatars and then the values, so you can also create the folders to simplify the life for you. It's a public, so yes, good point for files. If you want a file to be public, so available for outside, you put it in a public folder, otherwise it will not be available for outside. And this will be only available within your actions. That's comfortable if you want to save some complex data there. So as you cannot use tables, you can save, for example, the JSON object there, which you can then read and parse later on, like from the key value storage we did. In this case, don't put it in public folder because it has to be available then only within an action. And then you just save in the properties for the avatar. So you save in the file by doing the file write, defining the path, and then the buffer, buffer. So you decode base64 avatar and write it. Then write the content to the file storage because you don't want to write the base64 there. And that's it. And then you define the URL and save in the value. And it's have to work, I believe. For that we need to redeploy all this stuff. So we redeployed our front end. Let's give it a try. Oh, I know what we forgot, by the way. We forgot to add one more column with avatar value on it. So let's come back shortly to our front end. Let's add it at the first column here. So here we add in the new object for the key avatar. So it will just will be rendered here. So yeah, we extend in our front end by adding the new column avatar and then also add in the new cell. So the value which will be loaded from user avatar URL, and then if image exists, it will be rendered. If not exist, it will not be rendered. Haha. Let's now to also redeploy this one. While we are waiting to it to be deployed, let me very shortly or very quickly go and use through the aolib files, which is allow you to initialize the file storage. If you want to use your own cloud storage, you can use it. So for Azure, for example, by defining the parameter, that's quite comfortable. You can get the file properties, which will deliver you the information about the file, and you can use it then to add some metadata. You can list the files which you have available. So yeah, and then you can read it, delete, write a new file, copy them between. So you basically have everything which you usually have when you're working with a file storage. And if you want to know more, then just go through documentation and apply it to your particular use case. And I guess we're done and can have a look how it looks like. Then user 3 image, whatever is there, save it. Taken some time because image is taking some place. And as you can see, we have the image now saved for this user, so we have an avatar for him. If you want to go further, you can build around the edit functionality, delete functionality, whatever else. Don't forget to clean up metadata after you. But in this video, I just wanted to show how it works with the file storage. And again, it's not only used for saving the images. I mean, you can save the data there and use it as persistent storage. Cool, I hope it was interesting. As before, all code will be available on GitHub. Yes, and in the next video, we'll try to paste this interface into the Adobe Commerce admin UI, so you can manage it from there. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.